Some of the strongest players in Kenya today are ladies. And if you look at players like Bella, you'll have, like Cassidy, you'll struggle for a point. Look at some of the games they're playing. I digress.
No worries.
Kole Zukatot.
Yes. So B3, then G6. Wait, is that it?
That's it. That's where we are.
Okay. So wait, is that it really?
Yeah, that's it. No, it's not. They've moved.
Oh yeah, they've moved. Yeah, so we have some more play. Bishop G7, knight. Then C5. Yeah, we saw that coming.
Yeah, C5 is sort of like the main.
Though, how do you continue though? Is C5 the main idea?
It is. For white or for black?
For black.
Yeah, I think black is probably they haven't really studied this very, very well.
Yeah, because I think you should castle first before you get ambitious with C5.
Yeah,
right?
actually the best way to meet this line, and we've seen it now a couple of times, and we've also spoken about it a little bit, is all this is fine, but you don't want to play your knight there. You want to play a move like C5 here. And you're actually threatening to go C4.
Yeah, either very early or...
Yes, because you gain a tempo, right? Very, very early, actually, at this particular moment.
True.
If, say, white were to castle, you just play C4 immediately. Nice. And the idea is that this bishop is taken off. It's a very strong point, and it's not so easy anymore for you to sort of attack as you normally would. I think, I'd play this move.
True.
I'd actually play this move.
The engine is very happy with
this move.
Engine is very happy with black in this position.
How do you continue here, by the way? B5?
Yeah, just try to castle.
Or B5, because you can't play F4 immediately, you have to push. Okay. So when you start the normal move here, you can actually go ahead and do this. This is a setup that is well known. So you have to stop C4, and you can stop it one of two ways. This way.
C3 or C4?
Yes, C3 or B3. B3 is a call.
Not C4.
Not C4.
Okay.
B3 is a call Zukatot.
Why not C4? Just for asking.
Okay, C4 I think is a line. Okay. I think it is, but I don't think it's testing enough. So in the call Zukatot in particular, white has some they look like innocuous, like they're not really strong plans. Okay. But it's a system. It's a very easy system to play. And if black doesn't know what to do, they're going to get crushed. And Mehul has won over and over again. So very simple. They want to play the knight here, bishop here, this other knight here. They're going to castle. They're going to play F4. They're going to bring the queen here. They're going to play G. These moves,
they almost play themselves.
They play themselves. Okay. That's why not C4, because that's really one of the main plans. So this is ideally what would be planned. So you'd want to play this knight now. You really need to know what you're doing here. Let's say bishop comes out. Let's bring in this knight. Let's probably castle. The same moves that we just said are going to be played. Bishop comes out. Bring out your knight. Let's castle. I'm not playing in any particular order. These are the moves, literally. Bring in your... And this knight actually is doing something very useful. Because, for example, in this position, I can't just move my queen away. Because now this move comes in and I'm attacking your bishop. Nice. If your bishop runs away, it's a very powerful bishop, then I take this pawn. That's why the queen can't move. Again, if you try it at this level, it's not so useful because the bishop can just move away and this pawn is defended. So later on, let's say now you bring your rook, I play here and you've just wasted a move unnecessarily. I just bring the bishop back and you have transposed. So if instead of playing, for example, as happened, instead of playing this knight to C6 here, this square, you brought it here, then these kinds of moves don't exist.
True.
And it gets even worse because after this, after you stop the knight from coming to B4, now the knight plays here with a very interesting maneuver. And this was a game between Mehul Gohil and Mehul lost this game. He was playing Boera, was it? No, Lenny, they drew.
I think we did start mentioning the games he has won. But this point,
this one he survived. He was worse
survived.
Against Lenny Mataiga. I think Lenny was +4, +5 or something, and then Lenny lost. But this is the main idea, and you don't have this when this knight is sitting here. And the plan is ridiculous, I'll tell you. This knight wants to go, let's say the queen comes out, this knight wants to go here, for example. This is one possibility. The other moves, and if say you play what move looks, let me play just a random move. Then there's a move like this, for example. Okay, it's not the absolute best. And believe it or not, this knight wants to come here and finish control of the if for square. I'm not taking the best moves, I'm just giving ideas.
Okay.
So if you don't understand the ideas of the opening, then it's very hard for you to play the opening itself. And
True.
when you study opening, understand the theory and the ideas, even if you're not really good at calculation, you know where the pieces are going, life becomes very easy. So I'm explaining all this to sort of explain why this particular move may not be the most accurate. And I think very soon Black may find themselves out of moves. Of course, yeah, they've played c5, which is a decent move. Of course, there are all these discoveries. I'm a bit worried about the dark squares if this bishop goes, because you've moved both e6 and g6. I mean, this move and this move. So this is not as easy anymore. Yeah, so yeah, this is where we... Okay, they've done some trades, so everything I said, forget it. Because I don't think in this position now those things hold anymore.
And yeah, white is really happy.
White is really happy.
I'm curious, why not play f4 in that position instead of queen?
f4. I think the risk is the weakening move itself. f4 is a move, but I'm looking at keep developing, play moves that do more than one thing. Although you're probably right as well. Let's see how it develops. This bishop is not very happy.
True.
Right? So I think f4 is slightly better. Because now if you play, I was thinking this pawn can become isolated. So you're right, this is not accurate, because let's say this is played. Now if you take like this, suddenly this pawn is not feeling good. And you don't have the same luxury that you had before. So maybe queen e2 was not the most accurate move there. But it is what it is, that's what has been played. Maybe your move was better.
Finally f4.
Finally f4, yes.
But maybe at this, okay.
I think here I'd still consider taking.
You take first.
You still take. Why? Because
you don't want the bishop to come.
Yeah, if the bishop were to come here now, then the bishop is biting on granite. Although I have to figure out how to defend against any attack against this pawn.
f6.
Yeah, so let's say yes, not so easy. All right. Open side. Let's look at the game between Howie and Romolo.
2-2. Mr. Houdini himself versus Howie, the Wonder Boy. Yeah, really done well this year. This has been a very, very fantastic. He won the Fiasa, if I'm not wrong, right?
He won
the Fiasa. There was a tournament earlier.
East Africa.
Yeah, that one. He won it, right? If I'm not wrong.
I don't remember, but Howie, if he won it, I'll not be. I mean,
or was it Jigdon? It was one of the two. It was one of the two.
Well, look, yeah. I just remember seeing this guy going toe-to-toe with international master level players from Egypt and Zambia. Rafael Sharon in particular. He was actually winning at some point, but he was down to 1 minute, so he lost. 2300. Now I am. So yeah, I think you're not wrong.
Yes. So the Wonder Boy versus Omolo, and look at the written difference. You wouldn't even know who is the dog. but anyway,
Ken Omolo. Ian has been like this through and through. So it's not you. He's taking every opportunity to go at each and every player. Well, except the young guys. So I don't know what it is.
I'm a supporter of the young guys. I'm a coach at the end of the day, right? So I must support the kids.
Why are you not coaching the adults?
Because most of them are too busy.
You're being kind. You're saying
I'll be most welcome.
You don't want to waste your coaching. We're too old, man. I mean, sure. Now Ian coaching me. What am I going to achieve in this age? That was a grandmaster at 50-something, by the way.
True.
Yeah, there's a guy who won grandmastership. I don't remember his name, but he got to be a grandmaster.
You were saying that there's a lady. Let me just. I'll Google and let you know. Oh, but speaking of, the 150 attack is called the 150 attack because the position resembles position 150 in chess 960.
Oh.
Yeah, you know the chess pieces that
arranged. Yes.
So that's why it's called that.
And you wanted me to know that?
No. Oh, and then speaking of, there's a lady I think who became a grandmaster almost in her 70s, I think. Yeah, so crazy. Anyway, we can move on. So we can start from the very get-go, or we reached here. Did we look at all the moves till this point? Maybe.
Yes, we did. We are there.
Oh, we're done, yeah?
We are done there. I'm not saying
No,
this
we did
game.
not look at
You didn't even
this.
look at a single move. We say it in our heads.
Yes,
That's a problem.
sure.
It's called an hallucination.
True. So,
You need to see a doctor.
you are a doctor.
Look
I'm
at me
seeing
then.
you. Okay,
Fine,
so
okay.
Obolo plays c4. This is what he tried yesterday afternoon. He ended up sweating really hard
Yeah.
after after one mistake. Then e5, very principled. I like how he's never afraid to go e5 unless he's playing a junior. Knight c3.
Yeah, you guys will just get it tomorrow. Yeah. So chess is one of those sports where if you're playing a junior, you come for an open tournament, and if you play an old guy, you feel okay, fine, I'm just gonna get by. If you're playing a junior, you shake in your boots. It's not like football. If you're playing or cricket where you're playing a junior, you feel maybe not. They have to mature. Chess, playing a junior is terrifying, I tell you.
Sure. Then we've got the early bishop. So this is a move, actually. It is a move. And the idea is just to take. You don't want to even think about it. Now, I'm not so clear if you should take with the B pawn or the C pawn. Does it really matter? The B or D?
Actually, I think taking with the B pawn probably is the best.
And it's the top move.
Yeah, because if you take with the C pawn, then
you don't have D4, yeah?
You don't have D4. You don't have breaks if you take this way. First of all, at any stage, if you have, say, a pawn majority on this side, let's say this pawn goes off and this pawn goes off. These pawns are off. You'll have same number of pawns, but this majority cannot force a passed pawn. You just need to know pawn structures. Then these ones can force a passed pawn, so you'll have a big advantage as black in the ending, because you can make a passed pawn, I can make a passed pawn.
True.
Very simple things in chess that you want to pay attention to. And pawn structures don't change much. Look at this game. They'll only change when we move pawns, and the pawns don't move so much. They're like slow, like tectonic plates, but they shift everything from
Underneath.
Man, this is a call. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so we need to move up. We move back. Yeah, so c3, best move actually. Then castles and a very humble move right here. Now, and it's actually the top move.
Yeah, because you want to play your knight to f3, but you can't do it immediately. Yes. Because if you do it immediately, e4 is going to follow, and the knight is displaced immediately. So you have to stop that.
True. So then we've got e4. Then you've got knight d2, then pawn push. Then you just make a bunch of trades and castle, and then knight c6.
I'm not a very big fan of what Omolo has done here.
At what point?
Here, this position. You see, again, Ian, now we've done this thing of analyzing positions.
True.
Why is black better in this position?
Okay, material is equal. That's what you usually start with.
Yeah, material is equal, I agree.
The next thing you should look at is what?
Development.
Development.
Yeah.
Now there's a knight in the center.
That's activity, but development. How many pieces are out, and how many moves does white need?
Only one piece is developed for black.
White needs 1, 2, 3 moves to develop the queen. I'm not saying where the pieces are going, but 3 moves. And black needs 1, 2, 3. So basically, development-wise, it's fairly equal.
True.
Yeah.
Next, you talked about was it safe king? Both kings are safe.
King safety, but kings are fairly safe.
Then next thing next thing you should look at maybe is what? Now piece dynamics, like attacking chances or something.
I don't know, pawn structure.
Or pawn structure.
That's where we're heading to.
Also pawn structure. Oh, nice. For me, I feel like white has got excellent points, but I'm guessing you'll decline that has been the case.
You feel which pawn structure is better?
Okay, for me, I feel that's because I have very high. Now, to be fair, some of the players which were completely new, the pawns on E and D tend to die the most, as in very few. Like they are almost always traded, or they rarely reach to B6.
They're not heading anywhere.
Yeah, they're most of the time. So I was about to say that I like what they look like as a unit, but based on statistics, one of these is bound to die. So in a way, you could say, yeah. So this, much as they're showing here to be 2, you could really consider them to be 1. And if that's the case, then you've got 2 pawn islands over here on the queen side, whereas there's very harmonized pawn structure here. So in a way, you could say yes, black has a better pawn structure, but if you're playing a Pazza, this is nice, beautiful.
Okay. So
pawn unit
this is always a pawn weakness. You know isolation pawns? You know backward pawns.
True.
You know double selected pawns. These are called hanging pawns, where there's no pawn on the side. So these are actually serious weakness. And the thing that normally accompanies a pawn, hanging pawns, is the issue of pawn islands. So islands are where pawns are together. Like this is one pawn island with a single pawn, a second pawn island, and then a third pawn island. And when you have more pawn islands, it means you have more pawn weaknesses.
True.
The only thing that counterbalances this very serious weakening of the pawn structure is that white has a bishop pair.
True.
So there's a bit of an imbalance where you have bishop pair versus a pawn weakness. But if these pieces were to be equal, for example, let's just play some random moves. Let me play, let's say, let me just play, who's to play? White?
Is it white to play here? Yeah, it's white to, no? Yeah, it's white to play because the knight has just gone to d5.
Let's not give out that bishop. Let's just play, for example, I want to give out a knight for a bishop. Sorry, how can I trade off? I want to exchange these pieces somehow. Okay, let's just pick this guy, for example, and just trading off. Of course, this position is very bad because of a tactic that's coming, but the moment you give out the bishop pair, then it's just hanging pawns, and black is much better. So please take note of, it's that simple, guys. One player came in today and told us that the difference between her and Stockfish is the evaluation of positions.
Oh, I love that. That's
a quotable quote.
That's a quotable.
That's a tweet. That's gonna make it to the world. But then if you're watching from anywhere in the world, make Kaloki Zuri trend by that tweet. Look at it in the last stream what she said, and let's make that part of. Yeah. Okay. Let's proceed.
So castles, then knight c6, h3, then bishop e6. I like this move. It looks like it doesn't do anything, but it says, you know what? From now on, I'm focusing on, attacking you. My king is secure. There are no tricks on the king side. It's now the gloves are off. Opening is completely done.
So I'll tell you, Kenomolo believes in bishop pairs, and the bishop sitting on g2 right now. That's his pride. That's that bishop he believes in it like nobody's business. He calls the Catalan bishop.
True.
People.
And once again, you have it, even though it wasn't the Catalan.
It wasn't the Catalan, yes, but a fiancated bishop on g2. And so what Hayu wants to possibly do is to get things off that diagonal. There's a knight on d5, knight on c6, pawn on b6, on b7, and a rook on a8. So get those guys out. These guys.
True.
This. If you're successful, then okay, maybe you leave somebody here, then this bishop doesn't have much work to do. Currently, the bishop is feeling like it's a king.
True. Though I'm just curious, why f5 here wasn't tempting, but anyway. Maybe it's a little bit premature, yeah?
Premature and also weakening. So what you do, just bring your pieces into the game.
Okay. So bishop b2. The rook. Okay, going for that idea of yours, yeah? The weakness and trying to pile up on it.
Exactly. So one of the ways to play against hanging pawns is to attack one pawn. Okay, so when you attack the pawns, eventually one has to move. Let's say this moves. The moment one pawn moves, now you have a backward pawn and a weak square in front. So that's the strategy. So this itself is weak, and the square in front of it is
actually after knight before, I'm not sure what
of course, this is a very bad move in this position. Of course, you're losing the pawn immediately, but that's the strategy. So you need to understand, how do you play against an IQP? The pawn structure determines how you play.
True.
Pawns are the soul of chess.
True.
If you have, what do you call it, pawn chains, you attack the base of the pawn chain. That times when you can attack the head of the pawn chain. If you have hanging pawns, attack one pawn. Then it moves forward, you can take the squares ahead. If you have Carlsbad structure, minority attack for one side, the other side is taking advantage of the space. IQP, so this interesting pawns, you need to know what to do in those kinds of situations. Yeah.
I like the fact that you use the word interesting pawns, so that nobody feels like it's complicated. No, it's not complicated. It is interesting.
Yeah, and you can learn these things in half a day, by the way. So just when you hear those terms, go back and look at them. If you're young and listening, please pay attention to pawns. It can really improve your chess, because you get stuck, like, what can I do here? Man, what's the plan? The plans are there. Like in this position, the plans are speaking, and this is how computers get to be very good. Computers are generally very dumb things, by the way. No, really. Now neural computers are slightly brighter, but digital computers, which work in zeros and ones, what they do is they take an instruction, execute it. So it tells you, okay, do this, come back. Like literally, it must be concise. They just follow the instructions, and they're very good at following those instructions. So there must be like something that can be defined in a set of instructions. If a computer can learn it, the human mind can do better at it. That's the why you laugh? This is a general philosophy of life.
I'm laughing because Kasparov famously lost to a computer in the 90s. And since then, no human has come close to beating a computer. But yes, what you're definitely saying is not in terms of accuracy, because when Kasparov was playing against Deep Blue, it was based on algorithmic play and plans. So it simply outclassed him. It's not like he had better strategy. There's a difference between being able to calculate 100 digits of pi and being able to understand or intuit that pi is a concept.
So, in fact, Gary beat Deep Blue previously.
Yes, the first version, yes.
And I think even this particular one, he won a game. It's just that he lost the match. Did he win a game? I think he won a game.
Yeah,
and even in this game that he lost, he wasn't completely losing. So what comes in is what, like human error. We can't calculate like computers. They're super precise. They can calculate 200 moves without getting tired. There's no emotion in it. There's no fear. So those factors that can cause human error, they don't have. But in terms of understanding, they are still miles behind.
Okay. So Bishop B2, Rook attacking, going for this, extracting this weakness, and that's why this move is made to support that. But remember, it's always going to be a weakness, because remember, the bishop you can always look see over here, and the knight can also always make, like over here you can see this queen and this rook. They've got no defense, so even a move like this. Oh no, not a move like that. Hey.
You wanted to give a knight one?
I thought this knight could come here, but it can't. Maybe knight here, knight here.
I think one of the moves here, what I would think, honestly, I would think of a move like rook C, rook...
yeah, of course, this is definitely one of the moves, yeah. I was just giving ideas, like if this knight could come here, it would be so nice. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Let's see what happens next.
Oh, that was the best move by the engine.
Which one?
Knight B6, one of the best moves. Go back.
Knight B6?
That was the best move.
Oh, knight B6. Also, they say knight F6, knight D7 or knight B6. Very nice.
Yeah, basically discover some attack on that.
So that, very good. Then we got the rook, with the bishop trading. And once this bishop is gone, look at how much the engine loves the position if that bishop is gone.
And you already said that if this bishop were to be taken, like you can't trade, because the bishop pair is literally what was holding the position together.
For sure.
That was the main advantage, that counterbalancing dynamic.
And that is why Omol doesn't go for it. But notice the engine doesn't love. But remember, this is human chess, not computer chess. And I think that's where they are right now.
And we saw this yesterday. And we said, so the bishop comes in. You have a very strong bishop.
True.
If you look at this position, which bishop is better than the other? Between this bishop,
of course,
between this and this,
Omolo's bishop is better.
Of course, this bishop is so much better.
Yes.
The pride of his position.
Sure.
This bishop is not doing so much. So in chess, you also look to trade your opponent's good pieces for yours that are not so good.
True.
It's bishop versus bishop, but they're not equal. If this bishop falls, lots of left squared weaknesses.
True.
Now, instead of trading, which is what you have to do, trade pieces in this particular situation, it's not like ideal, but you don't have options. When you move bishop back, now which bishop is better?
The black one.
Exactly. So literally, it's like a double loss in this kind of a situation. You give out, but either you are lost either way. So maybe you chose the better way to lose, and this is not pleasant. And look at the time. Look at the time.
The time difference. And then notice something. Once again, Omolo, I don't know, the afternoon games are are proven to be quite the thing for him, yeah? Because when yesterday he had a comfortable position, then he made one move and he was -1. Today, somehow without losing a pawn, just because of pawn structure.
Yeah.
Notice, like, till here, no, this was the last position, it was equal, right here, equal. Look, he doesn't lose anything. He castles, which you really can't.
What was the best move there, by the way? He's meant to, Oh,
G4.
Very nice.
Yeah, you solve the problem.
Yes, immediately. You need to know that your pawns are weak.
True.
And when you have weak pawns, guys, you have just a few ways to deal with it. The first way is to actually exchange them off.
True.
So this is a really big miss. These pawns may look strong, but they are not. It's like they're defined. They've been called weak. There's a definition for them. So one way to deal with them is to just exchange them off in this situation.
True.
And yes, if this is taken, yes, you will still have an isolated pawn, but it's okay. The engine recommends this because you gain a tempo. Either way, you'll have some weaknesses. This isolated pawn is better than maybe my mind was telling me to pick this way, but again, I'm not gaining as much. So queen takes, you gain a tempo here as well, and your bishop can come out. Quick development, powerful bishops. Your bishop pair is very nice. Imagine this bishop coming here. These guys are radiating power across the board, crisscrossing like this. It's kind of nice, but he missed that chance.
Yeah. So anyway, queen d4. Sorry, that's not what happened. Yeah, so this is the last point we had parity. So he castled, which honestly you can't really fault him for castling. But notice the engine is saying, ha ha ha, you didn't solve your problems, minus 0.2. Knight c6, he makes h3. The engine is saying you're still not solving your problems, minus 0.2. Bishop e6, king to h2.
No, definitely not.
A waiting move of sorts, but also trying to secure against a queen to c8 or d7. But notice the engine really hates that move because saying, how do you now solve your problems? Yeah. And now, since then, it has just been manipulative.
Let me explain what you're saying, guys, because we are speaking a bit fast here, and you know you're a strong chess player. So when they play, if this queen, this is prophylaxis, because when these two guys come, this is happening. So the king knows it's coming here anyway. It looks like a strange move, but there's nothing strange about it. This is always coming.
True. Yes. So notice the engine just keeps accumulating the punishments for not solving your problems with the hanging pawns, and then now once the rook comes, then you try to defend, but then it's too late. You make one move. Notice all these moves are practically sensible moves, but the evolution just keeps getting worse and worse until eventually you have -1.
Yeah, and have we found,
very tough
has a move been played yet?
A move has been played, queen f5.
Queen f5. Oh, look at where that bishop is going.
Damn. Even with the bishop, like how do you secure your...
The pawn is being attacked. Oh, yo.
How do you even secure your king at this point?
This is being attacked. Yeah, this is nasty.
Yeah, how?
What is there? Is there?
I don't know what to do, because you can't even play. You can't even play that.
You can't play that.
You can't play that.
That is checkmate in 2.
You can't even play that. That's one. And if you play moves like this, now look.
No. That one will play
yes.
here first.
And if you...
Wait, and that's not even the best move. Oh, we'll play here, by the way. Why? We'll play here.
Yeah, and there's so many...
checkmate threat, man.
Yes, like there is bishop there, there is queen
so
there.
So maybe
like,
queen to defend that pawn is the only way.
And if you play queen...
Queen e2.
Sorry. If you play queen, notice now
bishop
the rooks
F3,
can come...
Bishop f3.
Oh, the engine is saying... Okay.
No, this is what I saw first before I saw that.
Oh,
then
okay.
maybe here.
Yeah, but now the rooks should start dancing, right? Knight, or say knight d5 first. Okay, you get a tempo first, then you only think of the rooks. Yeah, if you imagine these rooks coming to g6.
But is there anything else? Is it not forced?
It's pretty much forced at this point. And then what do you do?
So maybe unless you play queen d2 straight away, what happens? Instead of queen e2?
Play once again the queen.
Queen comes down,
yeah,
and checkmate. Oh my goodness.
So
basically we are going to see all these moves, guys. There's only one move here, to my mind. Okay, we can't, this doesn't, sorry. I
noticed that
this does, what about this?
Even that, okay, now I think bishop where? No, bishop here doesn't work. Bishop here doesn't work.
That's the plan still.
It works really?
No, it doesn't, just that the bishop is still kind of happy. And you still can't play this, because I'll take, you take back and I take here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
It's incredible how you can end up losing a game or have a tough position while not making a single blunder, just an inaccuracy that keeps building over and over, ever so slightly but surely.
And that's what makes masters. And the way Harvey is playing here, this is how Magnus wins. Okay, I'm not saying Harvey and Magnus, please don't be on my case. I'm just saying that you play good moves and just building up natural, and you don't miss those kinds of moves.
True. So it should be mentioned that Howie is currently is it the number is top 5 rated currently, right?
In Kenya?
I should think
Yeah,
so.
he is. I think he's number 3 or number 3 thereabout. What's his rating
Which
now?
means
2069 is number 2 actually.
He's number
I think
2.
he's number 2 because Jadon has dropped 2056.
but
so,
he gained 50. He has gained 56.
well,
Or in live rating, that is.
live rating, yeah.
Awesome. So this is quite impressive. I think the most masterful game we've seen so far.
And Bishop has come.
Today. Yeah.
Yeah, this is, and I can bet you,
You'll find knight d5.
not he'll find, it will be played on the board. Unless now Moro plays something different. Now, can you play something different?
Now it's something different now.
Let's see. What if he plays here immediately?
And his rook on a1 is very active.
What do we do?
He's played there.
No, he hasn't. But suppose that is played. I'm looking because the queen doesn't have too many options. So it's not like it's a very rich queen.
And you say them. Mr. Bo, that's your friend right there.
Yeah. I'm learning from you.
But remember, this is the great Houdini.
So
you
what
never
about
know.
this?
You never know. Does this move work? Pawn push.
This is what is being recommended.
Oh yeah. And the second move is okay. At no point is e4 being
E4, yeah.
Okay, no worries. Oh, because there's always attacking the queen. Okay.
And it also makes this bishop less active. Can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. And you lose the opportunity to bring your pieces down.
True.
Okay. So what is Molo gonna do here? Molo has escaped. He's gotten the last 2 games. He has been using a life. I don't know how many lives he has, but he was lost in the last 2 games.
True.
And he's won both games.
Yes.
Against Mehul, and anyway, so let's see. Now he is much worse against Howie
And with the less time.
with less time. So like Howie has spent, guys, 126.
4 minutes.
No, this
4 minutes.
no, I think
He spent 4 minutes.
He spent 4 minutes to get into this position. Plus, okay, fine, no problem.
4 minutes, guys. Bleeds.
Kuka Kyle versus Lenny Mataiga.
And it looks like it has
Big advantage. This was either this was a pack, if I'm guessing, and I've seen this pack system where they played knight attacking the bishop. The bishop went up to g4. I think we'll see. It's like a 150 attack. Let's see. I suspect. Let's see. A Piaz. Yes, it was a Piaz. And here the correct move actually is just to castle. And castle, but lots of players, and you're castling because now this break doesn't work. Because if you takes, that
you
plays
lose 2
hanging.
pieces.
Yes, of course that's not happening. You're just losing a pawn. You can't do this either. These are some of the main breaks. So, but many people play this move, allowing bishop g5, then this, and they normally play this as well, and this is played. And I'm not sure why. But it's generally not good for. Can I say not good for black? I'm not sure. What was played here, by the way? Did they play this immediately? Or
No
they
idea.
did?
They did.
They did. And I think you're supposed to push rather than play anything else. Is that correct? Yeah, d5 is a correct move.
I don't know what they played.
Yeah, but you're supposed to push. Yeah, they didn't do it. I think maybe they castled, but they took. Oh, taking is not good. Taking is not the correct move because the knight then is not very happy in that square. But if you push, then white has a big advantage, and it doesn't make sense. It's not very intuitive why this is a correct move, but it is, and especially because of the life of that bishop. It's not like the happiest bishop in the history of the world. So you just push d5 and tell him, okay, what do you want? You've done all these moves, yeah. So this is what happened. Castles. And just because he didn't push, now that bishop has some life, this knight has some life, this bishop has some life.
And then a very beautiful move, h4.
h4. This is where I think where we are.
So yeah, white definitely in terms of chances, definitely white is on a cruise there. It's the kind of advantage that can only get better. Yeah, not a faulty one. Then we go to Magana versus Irungu.
Yeah. So Magana versus Irungu.
Yes. Irungu, a fellow doctor.
Visually, it looks equal because the king is somewhere in the center, but the queens are off. The pawn structure
Actually,
looks fairly
it's
fine.
0-0. The
Triple zero is okay. I was trying to see, yeah, this is kind of funny because this bishop is not leaving. It's having some, okay, it's a lazy bishop. Let me just put it that way. But there's nothing really. Pawn structure is symmetrical. No real pawn weaknesses there. Nobody has some serious space advantage, though there is some possibility. Things
B5.
like this. Yeah, B5.
Nice. So which means can go to the Martin game. No, they will look at.
Yeah, let's see how they got here. Then we just very quickly. This is now do you still call this the Italian, or this now becomes like a Scotch? I'm not sure.
The Scotch is still Italian.
This is a line.
Then knight takes.
Yeah, you can't take this. You can actually.
You can. Then after you just go back and then knight takes then castle.
Okay. You can castle there because you took the knight back. All right. So this is all probably theory. I'm seeing guys have already spent some time, so they're out of theory, but the resulting position is fairly drawish, except that here in this situation, White is playing a guy called Ben Magana, who is wounded. So I'm going to proceed and call this in Ben's favor.
Okay.
Ben is going to win this game.
We'll see.
Not we'll see. I'm saying, do you want to dispute?
Save
a tactical blunder, which is not impossible, because Ben, I think, has had a bit of not the best tournament. He's missed some tactics, but Ben is going to win this game.
Well, I would have to root for my friend. Both are friends, but I'd want Irungu to win, simply because
you want or you wish?
He's put quite a bit.
Do you want or do you wish?
I want to believe that he'll win this.
It's a wish?
Yes.
If wishes are horses, man. If wishes are horses. Now let's proceed. Ben is going to win this game.
Or Irungu.
Ben. Ben, I'm rooting for you, man. Let me actually just let's say this. Say this. Okay, who's winning the game between Ben and Ben?
The doctor.
I shouldn't have said that because now I'll sound like I'm not supporting fellow doctors.
Oh, speaking of, he's actually one of the founders of the KMPDU.
KM.
Or KMPDU.
Doc, just come over for 30 seconds. Come on. No, we can't see you. Just come inside and tell us.
In case anybody's wondering why the two doctors wear a gorilla.
No, Ian, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, Ian. Just sit. No, Ian, you just sit. Okay, fine.
That is seen. Mm-hmm.
Please introduce yourself, sir.
Hi, my name is Eugene. I'm a chess enthusiast. The captain of the Trojan Warriors Club, which gave birth to most of the strong players you can see here, like Lenny Mataiga, Irungu Brian. I'm the one who pushed Irungu Brian from a rapid tournament and put him on my team. You can ask him the story. Madera Glenda started playing on my board 5. Julie Mutisia started playing on my board 5. There are 4 players playing here today.
Go away. Well done. Amazing, light note.
Yeah, so I was just asking about this game.
Before you ask about this game, because that's what we are discussing, can you imagine you're a doctor?
Yes.
And you're actually at work. You've just come back from work. You're going to work or coming back?
Coming back.
In between.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you imagine this guy, Ian King, was speaking badly about Dr. Irungu? Can you imagine? Ian, I'm reporting you, man.
I was speaking badly about it.
They should meet over the board.
They should meet over the board. Ian, you've heard that? Okay, about this position. Ian, please respect.
Actually, let me say
No,
this,
to be fair, he was speaking, he's betting on Ian to win this game.
This is what I can say about Ian King. Just to add on what is commented about Irungu. Irungu has a very steep slope in terms of his rise in chess. So you can tell he's so usually chess favors people who are on a very high steep rise. That's why in the West you see a child learns chess like Hikaru, the Hikaru brothers. If you've read the story of the Hikaru brothers.
Hikaru was a brother.
Yes, you actually read about him. There's an article on chess.com. It's called forgetting the name, but he's an older brother. So he started playing before Hikaru got interested. So by the time he was 8, 9, that his brother was this very sharp child who won every tournament at every grade in school. Can you imagine every tournament? Read the story, very interesting. I think it's called Asaka Hikaru or somebody, or Nakamura or somebody. I can't remember the name. So Hikaru learned, was like envious of the brother. Said, I can learn this too. So the brother last, I think, played maybe in the early 2000s, and he was stuck at around 21 around there. Hikaru just a very steep rise. So there's this quality about good players where they have this very steep peak rise. Like you were mentioning about Judith. Judith, by I think 13, she was the best. By 13 years old, I think she became a GM before Bobby Fischer, earlier than Bobby Fischer.
She was by the time she became the GM at age 15. She was the youngest grandmaster of all time, both women and men ever. At that time, I think
so you can see there's this aspect of early, like your brain picking, soaking up the game. So Irongo has learned as an adult because he was fairly older, and you can see between 2019 when I picked him in a rapid tournament, and now he's playing strength has gone up by the tens. I mean, a low pointer. So it's quite something. Like Magana has been there all along. In fact.
Fair enough. You had a question about this game.
So I was asking. Actually, I would like to ask questions because I'm an amateur. So
you put amateur in quotes. Just do that again. You see what you did? Okay.
I enjoy the game, watching the game. So actually, I have questions for you. Actually, most of these games. So about this position, for someone who maybe is not at your level, when you say that you think Magana will win this game, I was just trying to go through it, and I'm seeing the structures, I'm seeing the piece positioning, I'm seeing king safety, Magana's king is in the center. Materially, I can see they're equal. In terms of the pieces, I can see we still have both bishops are still there, knights are still there. I can see Rongo's rooks on the active, on files developed. So maybe you can make it a bit tangible and tell us what factors there, which features make you think Magana might win, apart from, of course, saying that, like experience and yellows and all that, at least this position. Okay.
So, first and foremost, that's a very good question. It's a good observation. It's a fairly equal position. So, not to say that anyone is much, much better. And a couple of things. Whenever you assess a position, you look at what are certain factors. In fact, is this like, how do I say position without using position? Like, look at the setup, how everything is arranged. And there are 5 or so factors you keep looking at. The first is material. You look at material is equal, so basically there's nothing there. And even in the material, you also look at the, some inequalities. Sometimes I have a bishop for a knight, minor pieces especially. In this instance, same material, same number of pawns, same bishop, same knights. So that's fairly a non-issue there. Material-wise, we're perfectly fine. Second thing is development. So you look at development, like all pieces are basically in the game. Although you can argue that when you come to piece activity, which is another point, you'll see that black pieces are more harmonious and they're all in the game. Look at this knight, for example. What's this guy doing? And how are they relating with this bishop, for example? And how are they relating with this rook, for example? On the flip side, and that's a different conversation which will come to piece activity. All these guys are sort of looking at the queen side, okay, materially. So these guys, it looks like something is going to happen. Let me ask you, in this game, even though it's equal, where do you think things are going to happen? Which side of the board?
Of course, the queen side.
Queen side. Who is better placed to do things on the queen side?
Of course, they gave them most pieces is black.
Black, and other thing is you compare the kings. You see this king is closer to the center of action than this king. So that's already the first idea. Then there's something else called space. Of course, you start with space in the center, fairly equal. King side space, I would have said that is equal, but because of this slight advancement of this pawn, it looks like black still has a little bit more space on the queen side. It's not, there's a way to count actually. You literally see which squares are controlled by your pieces and your pawns on that particular side. You can actually count. And well, that's an option. Then the next thing that we look at is pawn structure. Very, very important. Maybe I should have started with that as well. But the pawn structure here, we are looking for pawn weaknesses and we are looking for weak squares. So here, there are no real pawn weaknesses. What are the pawn weaknesses? Isolated pawns, doubled pawns, hanging pawns, and so on, backward pawns, and pawn islands. Here, both people have 2 pawn islands, one pawn island, two pawn islands. A pawn island is a grouping of pawns. Even a single pawn is an island on its own. And so there's no weakness, real weakness here. The only thing we can say, knight outpost is another one. King's safety is another one. So which king is safer? Both kings are fairly safe. So the differences here are threefold. The first is in piece activity. And definitely black's pieces are more active than white's. And not just activity, but harmony. And you can see they're more harmonious. Then a big important one is the activity of the king. And for that reason, black is slightly better. White has to be more careful. Then the space. On the queen side where things are happening, black has more space. Meaning, when you have space, you know, like if you're sleeping in a bed that is 2 feet by 4 feet, you really can't move much. You have to sort of hold yourself together. You don't have room to maneuver. So if you're even two of you, then it's like almost you're on each other's feet, you know. If you have a 6 by 7 bed, you have a lot of space. You can move, you can turn around, you might not even notice. Same thing. In the chessboard, you have space, the pieces can move. They have room. Like this rook wanted to activate, but where is it going? Only one move. Why? Because they don't have space on the queen side. So I hope that having broken that down, it makes sense that black is much better.
It does.
Then Magana is super experienced. By then, Magana has beaten grandmasters. You know, even in the Olympiad when he played, I think in the first game he could have been better at some point. He just, you know, he's not at his prime. That's the only thing that may give Brian Irungu
An edge.
So
if
both of them, yeah.
so,
Okay. So, but we are giving Daktari, giving Daktari a bite at this moment. So maybe you can just hold them as you give them back to Ian King.
all right. So okay, fine. Let me just comment on that as I step aside. So one, just to recap. So we've talked about material, development, space, pawn structure,
King safety.
and king safety.
And piece activity, and one of the big factors of king activity is knight outposts.
Okay.
Yeah, so
all right.
we normally say this position back in the day, and Kenya's come a long way. People used to calculate that I move here. That's not how you check a position.
Okay.
You check a position based on its tactics. Now you may have a better position, but you're losing tactically. So once you've done those positional things, then you assess for now initiative and tactics.
Okay.
Those are a little bit more sort of dynamic kind of
right.
things, yeah.
Okay, then the last two things. One, so if the issue of experience was an issue in chess, I don't think we'd be seeing Jumba Gloria lagging. If the issue of experience was an issue in chess, I don't think Ivan Chuk would be losing any game right now in the...
It's oversimplifying, man. No.
If experience in chess was an issue, I do not think Jadon would be cruising through this tournament. What do you think?
No, you're underestimating the success factors that Jadon, Cassidy, these people have worked harder. So yes, experience is a factor. But in addition to experience, you also need stamina. You need effort, you need good memory, you need to be able to calculate. You need a lot more. It's not just one. So the very fact that the year is 2025, Ken Omolo is 48. He's in this tournament. Mehul is around the same age in this tournament. Magana is around the same age. The fact that those guys are playing here tells you that there's something that they have that the juniors don't have. Because it's not stamina. Stamina, the juniors will run over us 50 times. The fact that you're still competitive, I've been in the top 10 for the last maybe 6 or 7 years. I'm getting kicked out now by the juniors. Not because I don't have the experience, I do, but I'm going to make tactical blunders. Yeah. And even in this particular game, the only way that maybe Ben will not win is because of stamina, because of some tactical thing that he's going to miss. Or, but if it's basically strategy, experience shows. Now, experience is so important. Some of these children are more experienced than Brian Irungu in chess. Some of these children are more experienced than you in chess.
Yeah, so maybe maybe now you can now tell us what do you mean by experience? Is it like the number of years someone has known the game, the number of games someone has played, the amount of time you spent?
So it's a multiplier,
maybe,
right?
Maybe if you give that a quantity, it would make sense now.
Yeah, but at the risk of is it? I'm trying to put it. I'm looking for a gentle word.
Because when I look
I'm looking for a gentle word.
Experience or
the quality of experience is important.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to make, like, it's sort of like I'm answering, is it a rhetorical question you're asking? Asking a question that you really know the answer, you're asking.
No, yeah, because
you literally asking for the fans?
you're someone, let's say someone who's watching this stream is
Okay.
has not been a member of, or has not been playing chess for a long time.
Yeah.
If they listen to you talking about experience, and maybe it's a 10-year-old just trying to learn the game, they might say, before I get that number of experience in years, maybe I might never win this thing. But chess doesn't seem to obey that.
No. Experience is just one factor, and actually, all these children must get experience. Without experience, they're heading nowhere. So the experience is what experience do you have? Number one, you must have some games under your belt. That's the only way you're going to improve. Then the quality of that experience is important. So many of us learned chess before I met Kevin Somondi. I'll give you my own story. I learned proper chess in university when I was 20 years old. That's when I learned there's something about the center piece control. Before that, I learned the game of chess when I was 16 at Ian King's school. So I had already 4 years of experience in chess, and I thought it was very good. And there are many guys who are watching us right now who think they're very good and they always feel like they can challenge anybody and they can win. Now, that 4 years of experience, this is how we used to play chess. We'd play...
High school, that is?
High school, yes.
Okay.
I'd play h4. My opponent would play this very nice move. I'd play here. Of course, we have a logic to it. We want to bring the rooks into the game, right?
Yes.
This is how we used to play chess. So this was experience, but it's poor experience. Now, this is obviously bad because you've learned a bit of chess. But the reason why Africa doesn't have masters, many grandmasters, is because we haven't had access to the kind of chess material that creates masters. I was teaching the Africa Youth Chess Championship. I have many years now. I think over from when I was 16 to now is 30 years of experience. But I'm learning rook endings in a particular way first time this year. The juniors, on the other hand, because of internet, globalization, people like us as well, all the coaches who've been there, they're learning some of those things that we learned when we were 40, when they're 8, and when they're 10. And they have access to all these computers. We used to have a book called Batsford, where you go through line by line, and of course they are poorly evaluated. They're great evaluation, but now the engineers are saying they're wrong. Okay. The children have Stockfish 17. So if a child born today works hard, they can be the best in the world. In fact, we were joking with some of our friends that if I had the resources I got at the age of 35, not 35, at the age of 38, when I was in campus, I'd have been a GM. Because back then, my memory, you're a doctor, you know the number of brain cells that die every day. There are actually millions of brain cells that die. Stamina goes down. So much changes. So experience, yes, but experience is qualified. Now, despite all that, there are certain fields of the position I'm going to have because of time. Like, I can't calculate as well as intuition. You'll just feel it because you've played so many games. Yeah.
All right, then the last comment as I step out. This is on a light note. So it's interesting that Dr. Ngani, Ian King, Irungu, and myself came from the same high school. We're here discussing chess on a Sunday, the whole day. So, quite a coincidence.
Which school was that you went to?
The only one.
The only high school, the first African high school. African boys.
And what did you score in your tie test?
Tie test, of course.
Did you get your tie?
Yes, I did.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
So this is in international stream. Doc, thank you so much. Congratulations. Before you leave, this is a Kenyan thing. You may not understand what it is that this guy is talking about, but there's a meme.
High school.
It's literally a meme now that all the guys went to this school always say they went to that school. That's why I don't say it much. And I think Apio Dan is saying King Safety. That's Duncan Apio. Thank you, Duncan. King Safety is one of the key things you must consider. So you're forgetting that particular one. So yeah. And thank you.
Used to play for my team too.
Yeah. So well done. I think the strength of a leader is when your students get better than you, and I think that's what has happened in this case. And it means you've built a very good team. Okay, thank you so much. Right. Asante sana. Karibu.
Okay.
And thank you for joining us, Daktari. Okay. All the best. He works in ICU, by the way. He works in I think now probably one of the two best public ICUs in the country. Wow. Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital. Also a very avid chess player. Thank you, Doc, for that.
And it's very needed.
Yeah, very much needed. So
we have King, somebody in that state. Get it?
No, I didn't listen to
You
you.
didn't see the cartoon? The Mehul one. Anyway. We had to get
Doc,
the very
come
best.
back.
We had to get the very best.
Doc, there's a question for you. Let me see that photo. Let's see that photo. There's something. Doc, you can just come and don't sit. Just come and lean forward. You want to show your photo? Just lean down so that you can see your face clearly. Okay. There's a photo Yan King wants to show you, and we'll show it to the guys first before we show it to the doctor. Doc, you work in ICU?
Yes.
How is ICU? Okay. Guys, this is the photo.
This is why he's here.
Yeah, we are doing that. Then.
Back a bit. I think
Okay. So we want to ask Daktari what treatment. Doc, how do you treat this? That is gorilla.
this is the
Is it beyond your scope?
It's a critical patient.
critical patient. Looks like a gorilla. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you might need intubation. It looks to be quite drowsy.
Oh,
But,
but it's not all over.
yeah.
No, actually, I also used to work in ICU by the way, and I think it's important to let people know that ICU is not the end of things. People actually, our survival rate was actually 85% at some point, which is a very good thing. But it does have is at risk.
Very sick, yeah.
Thank you, Dr.
Good recover.
Could recover.
He still has the muscle bulk showing.
He is not tested.
He's not rested.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
His eyes are open too. The eyes are open.
Oh yeah, man, but it's
Almost
been beaten, man.
Almost
What? Okay.
Alright.
Thank you, Doc. Really appreciate it. So that's doctor's advice. I think it's not all hope is lost, and we have a situation where the gorilla can come back, guys. So yeah, that's where we are. And Ian, quite some interesting conversations about experience. Now we'll take a quick run through the games. I think we felt that in this position, Harry didn't attack there. No, he didn't do it. Oh, he did it actually. He did it. This is so we left it here.
Yeah, the only challenge that he moved his knight all the way back again to b6. I don't know why.
Yeah, then here knight f6, the best move.
Oh, you went to knight f6. I thought, you were rewinding. So I assumed you put the knight back to b6.
Then the rook is
Then I
coming.
want to double. Ooh.
Double the rooks.
Yeah, this can only go down for white. Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
Unfortunately.
So it's now black to play, and
True.
black has a very simple move, and it's the best engine move. Do you think he's gonna find it?
Of course, it was the whole point of rook d6. Though there is the annoying thing of bishop a3 to try to slow that down, but like not right now, like because it's what's time to play.
Can you
right
see
now.
what is being recommended, by the way?
What has been recommended? Oh, when the engine starts suggesting such things, you need to.
You resign.
Yeah, you need to start.
Resign.
Yeah, because I think the next move is bishop.
You only
Bishop
have where does
bishop e4 after that. After the
you
queen
can't
goes
go
somewhere.
here. Somewhere has to be here.
Yeah.
Because this is going away from the center of activity. So let's go here.
Bishop e4, or what does the engine say?
Queen h5.
Queen h5. Oh, because now you want to come with the check and forcefully take the pawn on h3. You've seen that, yeah?
Still not. Oh yeah, you have. Oh, that's checkmate.
Yeah.
This is
so
the
you
threat.
want to check and then
And you can't play here.
you can't because now
This
the
is
queen
over.
comes. Yeah.
So what do you do?
What do you do, man? As in it's
Okay, attack this
checkmate in two.
No. I'm saying here. So what do you do here?
At this point.
Oh, you
The
come
knight,
in
the
here.
knight.
This is the move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is what you do.
And give up the
Knight d4 still.
and
I think what's gonna happen.
what's going to happen?
You
Oh,
play
the
here.
queen is going.
I take this guy.
Oh, then.
Wait, this. Really?
Why?
If you take it?
Then queen f5. Oh, that is disrespectful.
No, that's
That's disrespectful.
too much.
The idea being you can't do anything.
If I come here,
Which discovery works better?
you just take.
There is taking, then there
If you
is
take back,
queen f3,
queen
then
comes to f.
then rook d1. Ooh.
No, you can simply play here. Rook actually. But this is lost.